Guys, it's the day after those clips. We finally got some good lighting. I got a tripod. We said we're going to talk about GoFest, and here we are at Lampe Park because it was too crowded and we wanted to social distance each other from the people. And plus, there wasn't any good shade because everyone took all the good spots that were full of shade. So we're going to talk about the details about GoFest, how to get ready for those, and then a lot of information that has been released today, July 23rd. You're watching this on July 24th. Let's talk about GoFest and like what is happening.
The amount of information they dropped today is just totally insane.
So insane. It's, we'll post the pictures up right here.
I have it pulled up on my phone right now so we can read into it. So because GoFest is one of the biggest events in Pokemon Go, they're like, yo, no, you know what? Why not? Let's make a global challenge and give you guys 3 weeks of extra bonus stuff. So the first week is going to be Dragon. The second week is going to be Enigma. The third week is going to be Unova.
And these are all called the Ultra Unlock Rewards.
That is some thunder.
Oh, wow. Well, at least we're under a gazebo. That's good. So let me just hit the blog part so that I can be able to... Alright.
Then I'll get into the first week. So the first week is Dragon Week. Now, I know when you guys hear that, you're like, dragons, okay, a lot of those can be shiny. Well, a couple of these are actually ones me and him both need. So the dragon types that are going to be spawning is Alolan Exeggutor, Gible, Horsey, Dratini, Trapinch, Swablu, and Bagon. All of those can be shiny, and that's amazing. And if you are lucky, you will find a Gible actually spawning in the wild.
Just in case you didn't get one for GoFest. Or if you didn't buy a ticket for GoFest.
This is true.
Yeah.
That is just an insane, ridiculous amount of things that can be shiny. But on top of that, other than all those shinies, they're dropping a new shiny Dino in 7K eggs. That is a brand new shiny. We'll put it up right here. Boom, there's shiny Dino. Amazing, right?
So the second week is going to be between Friday, August 7th, all the way to August 14th, and it's called the Enigma Week. So if we complete 16 global challenges, we'll be unlocking this week of a challenge. These Pokemon will feature range from Mysterious, Elgyem, which is the brand new Psychic type from the Unova region, and we're also bringing back Deoxys, which will be a shiny. So, the following Pokemon will be appearing more frequently in the wild, which are Staryu, Jigglypuff, Clefairy, Solrock, and Lunatone, depending on your area. We have Baltoy, which I need a shiny for, Bronzor, and the brand new Pokemon Elgyem. Now, I may not be pronouncing the name right, Elgyem, but anyway,
I think that's right.
I think it might be right. So the 7Ks, some of these are going to be in 7Ks, Igglybuff, obviously, instead of Jigglypuff. The craziest part are the raids, because we're not only getting Bronzong and Claydol and Elgyem, we're also going to get 5 unknown. They're all going to be U, L, T, R, and A because they all spell Ultra.
Did you really just say 5 unknown in raid? What? 5 unknowns in raids?
Yes!
What?
Yes!
That's never happened before in Pokemon Go history.
Never. And like, usually there's like a specific event where like a known would be popping up in the wild or there's just flat out rare. This is incredible. And like, I need these letters because this is just, oh. And then the normal form Deoxys will be in 5-star raids. And the crazy thing about it, it's going to have a shiny. Here's a picture of the awesome yellow greenish shiny Deoxys. And furthermore, that is not the only shiny. We're also going to get shiny Staryu. The hype is too much, fam. 2 shinies that are new in Pokemon Go for 1 week.
I have been waiting for shiny Staryu to come out for the longest time. It's such an amazing color palette. It is one of the most sought out shinies in Sword and Shield as well. A lot of YouTubers and streamers have been hunting it recently in the new DLC that came out for Sword and Shield.
I think that's going to be the next shiny I'm going to hunt for sure, Pokemon Shield. Because I'm currently working on Zorua right now. But now for the final week for the Ultra Unlock is the Unova week. And I knew that we're going to get some more Unova Pokemon. Chris, what are we going to get?
So from August 14th to August 21st, we are going to get a whole bunch of Unova's Pokemon. So in 7K eggs, we're going to get a couple new ones.
Okay, so the first one is Suwaddle. The second one is Cottony. And then there's another one that's technically not in the eggs. I'm just reading the top. Emolga is on there. And then the last Pokemon that we're getting is Buffalont. Buffalont we'll talk more about later.
Emolga is actually, in my opinion, is a really cool Pokemon because it's pretty much a flying squirrel. And it, you know, watching the series, he was actually a cute Pokemon, I'm not gonna lie. And so, on top of all that, Roggenrola is gonna be shiny. It's gonna be a purple shiny. In my opinion, it looks like a grape.
I call it rock candy. See what I did there?
Yeah.
You see what I did there? The stupid jokes. Welcome to Cheek Blade Productions.
And during that whole week, in 5-star raids, we're gonna get Genesect back. But not only just regular Genesect, shiny Genesect is coming to Pokemon Go. Now that is an amazing shiny. Instead of the purple color,
I forgot was gonna be shiny, dude.
it's gonna be red. A red Genesect.
Like that one movie with Mewtwo and Genesect fighting each other.
Yes.
I'm so hyped. Now, let's talk about Buffalont because this is what I'm gonna be doing. Originally, my plan is, because I came back from New York because of pandemic, and so I'm gonna head back in the end of September because I had to do some things for like 2 months. So, what's gonna happen in New York during this time, which I'm gonna be going there different times, but Buffalont is going to be a regional exclusive, and it will be exclusively in the USA, and specifically New York City. So I'm going to be heading to New York City and catching so many Buffalont. So if people need a Buffalont in the near future, hit me up and I will hit you up with a Buffalont.
Now the interesting thing about that is they've never came out with a Pokemon and specifically put it in one city that you can find it, but it does say in surrounding areas around New York, so it could be New York and a little bit to the state next to it, who knows.
Yeah, it might also be like the cities around it too, or maybe parts of New Jersey, because New York City is close to New Jersey. And also, like, there has been some regional exclusives that are like, you know, around the South America, like Carnivine, and like parts of Florida, like Heracross, and a little bit of Corsola. But never was it strictly like the entire city instead of a state or a region. So it's really interesting that we have a regional exclusive that is specifically a city. So that's pretty awesome. And guys, those are going to be the Ultra Unlocks. So now let's just talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing during GoFest.
That's a lot of information just from that, and then we're going to talk about GoFest.
When you thought there wasn't enough information.
So in GoFest, of course, you know, it's a 2-day event, 10 hours each. It's going to be such a fun time. You know, for both of us, we've never been to GoFest. And, you know, because of this year, because of the whole pandemic with COVID-19, they're making it a worldwide, you know, event. It was only $15 in the Pokemon item shop. Of course, right away when I found out, I got it right away. I was not waiting. I was not hesitant about it at all. So for the first day, we are actually going to be in Reno, Nevada for how long? Half the event?
Probably like half the event, just so we can get like the first 5 hours in, and then I have to do a special trade, and then we could just pretty much hit anywhere else.
We're going to hit a bunch of parks while we're up there. There's some parks that are known for Pokemon Go play.
I think we're going to mostly just hit just Wild Park and maybe Legacy. Or not Legacy, Legends in Sparks.
It all depends on
yeah, it's going to vary, but those are like the general areas that we're going to probably hit up.
And then for the rest of the half, we are going to be in Carson, Nevada. And Carson is very well known for Pokemon Go as well. By the Capitol, and there's a street called Curry Street. And that whole street is about what, like 5 blocks?
Yeah, about 5-6 blocks.
And the whole street is just loaded with Pokestops, and it's insane. There's probably in that one area at least 20 to 25 gyms. Who knows? I can barely keep track because they keep putting in new spots as well.
So, as we're talking about Saturday, I'm going to put a link in the description, but I just shared it on the Facebook group for Carson Valley. This is the specific schedule for East and West Coast. So, it's going to vary, but I'm going to talk about the West Coast since we're in the West Coast. So, starting at 10 a.m., we're going to have the water types, 2 a.m. grass, 3 p.m. battle, 4 p.m. friendship, 5 p.m. fire, and then that order is going to be the same from 6 to 10. So, just make sure that you are ready for whatever's going to happen specifically for the battle and friendships. Save your gifts, send the gifts to your friend, but don't open the gifts you have yet because they're going to bring in so many tasks where you're going to open up so many, and then there's also going to be some times where you're going to spin some stops. That is Thunder, and you're going to be sending a total amount of gifts altogether. So make sure that you are mindful and you plan ahead before Saturday. And then we just don't know much about Sunday because Sunday is still a surprise.
But also remember, on Saturday, the first day of GoFest, you are allowed to open up to 200 gifts in that one day.
200.
They've never done that before for any gift event, nothing, no friendship, nothing like that. For GoFest, they're allowing the first day to be able to open 200 gifts.
Now, and then also another important thing, talking about gifts and friends and stuff. Now, in the past GoFest events, as far as we're concerned, there's been some like multiple special trades in one event. So I don't know if this is going to happen because some are going to go out and some are going to go home this year. So if that's the case, just make sure that you just message the people that you're planning on doing special trades with. I've reached out to some people in Reno just in case they do drop something like that. If not, just make sure that you're ready either way. Just wanted to throw it out there because I don't know if that's something they're going to do. All I know is that they're also going to be adding raids and gyms and Pokestops specifically for those who are holding a ticket.
And usually for GoFest, you know, when you're there in Chicago or wherever it is for the GoFest, they usually make incense as long as the event. But for this one, since it's worldwide, and you know people are going to be staying inside, they don't want to go out, they're making the incense 1 hour long only, but it's going to be every 30 seconds there's going to be a new spawn. So if you guys have abundance of incense, just drop them down, drop 10 of them, because that will last the whole 10 hours and you'll get a spawn every 30 seconds. And if you're trying to collect all the unknowns, that's going to help you in the long run. You know, just in case your friend didn't get a ticket or you didn't have the money at the time, save some room for him, get some unknowns for him, and you know, trade it off to him if you want.
Speaking of unknown, a lot of people have been making a lot of speculations and we want to be on top of it. So let's go over like what potential shinies can be in the game aside from the obvious that are already introduced, like Oddish, Chinchou, Gible, etc, etc. So as we mentioned before, there's going to be the grass, fire, and water. And so, to be fair, like all of the starter Pokemon are going to have a shiny. So at least the Kanto Pokemon starters might potentially be out because of Charizard that's in that, you know, promotion picture. So let's just talk about what's going to be in the grass types. So we already covered all starters. Oddish is confirmed to be in this GoFest. So that's something I need to redeem myself to get to. Bellsprout, which is recently introduced, will possibly be here. Note that these are not confirmed, but just keep an eye out for like what could be shiny, what you need. There's Bellsprout, Execute, Alolan Exeggutor is going to be in this event. We have Sunkern, we have Lotad, Seedot, Burmy, and Roselia. For the fire types, there's not that many. I personally have like every single one, but I wouldn't mind going for another shiny Alolan Marowak. There's a shiny Alolan Marowak, there's Growlithe, Ponyta, Magmar, Houndour, and all starters. For the water types, we obviously have all the starters, but we also have Psyduck, Poliwag, Tentacool, Horsea, Magikarp, Lapras, Almanite, Kabuto. We also have Chinchou, which is the one that is confirmed to be in GoFest. Meryl, we also have Lotad, like we said earlier, Wailmer, Carvanha, Feebas, Luvdisc, Wingull, and Barbos. That is a bunch. So I'm not saying that all of them are going to be in each frame because we don't know what specific 75 plus species are going to be for each hour or for the entire day. So that's just something to keep up. We also...
that's a ridiculous amount of shinies.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shinies in that list that he named off that I actually need.
Yeah, these are like the shinies that I personally need. And so, let me look for the list that had... so, obviously, we have Pikachu, Alolan Grimer because we completed some tasks, Alolan Marowak as well. Same with Dratini, Chansey, and of course, in the pictures, there are Zangoose and Seviper, so we can get those shiny potentials. I need shiny Zangoose.
I need both of them.
Yeah, so he needs both. Lunatone is also set here, so I'm assuming that depending on your area, you can get Lunatone or Solrock. So for us, we should probably get Lunatone. Oddish is in there, like I said. Pikachu and Eevee because they're the mascots. Now, there's also Chansey because we completed a task. Gible is everywhere. That's what everyone's been talking about. Now, there's also a few shinies that are been rumored to be in the game. The most popular picks were Unknown and Snorlax. And then a potential Wild Charizard on top of that because I don't know why Wild Charizard, but those are speculations. But also because we completed the tasks, all 3 tasks to get some special things unlocked for GoFest. There are 5 Pokemon that don't have shinies. That's Chimecho, Alomomola, Ferroseed, and Litwick. And of course, Togetic has a shiny, but I don't think they're going to bring it in the wild, but if they do, that's very important to bring that up.
That's going to be very interesting to see.
It'll be very interesting because they've been doing the thing with like Sudowoodo and Wobbuffet and Clefairy, you know, like those kind of Pokemon because they're based off the Pokemon, they're based on baby eggs that are shiny from the beginning. So, just a heads up, if you're going to do GoFest and you need shinies, those are going to most likely be the shinies that are going to be out here. There may be a little more. Just be ready.
You gotta buy storage as well since they just dropped some more storage. But before you even buy it, empty out your Pokemon storage. Any duplicates or just horrible IVs. If you're just hoarding things, just empty it. I did that the other day and I actually opened up to 500 space and then they dropped more space. I'm very happy about that. There's going to be a lot of shiny potential, a lot of good IVs. I want to collect the unknowns. And how many unknowns are there? The whole alphabet, right? So that's...
Is it really the whole alphabet?
Well, I think they
because if it's the whole alphabet, that's 26. And if they're going to bring the exclamation and question marks, that's going to be 28 total.
That's 28 unknowns. So that's... If they're going to release shiny unknown possibly, because that's what's rumored, then that's 28 other shinies.
But you also got to remember, during one of the weeks, they're also going to bring out 5 unknowns and raids during that event. So they may not bring all of them out because they're not known to bring every form for their shinies. So they may just bring all but 5 because I'm pretty sure if that's the case, we get like all of the unknown that spell out the word Ultra that are potential shinies. And I think that's why they're in raids because they bring in the shiny potentials.
This is true.
Yeah. Good thing about it, there's like a certain rate when you're rating for a Pokemon that has a shiny potential. So maybe that's why they have it in rates.
It's very true. It's very true.
Yeah, I just thought about it just now, bro. So, what else is there to talk about? So, obviously we're gonna go out, but we wanna talk about how you guys can be ready aside from storage and everything. If you're gonna stay at home, do what you need to do. Just have your incense and your Pokeballs and somewhere nearby. The second thing, for those who are going out, obviously it's summertime, so it is going to be pretty hot, so make sure you're hydrated. If you're
depending on your area.
Depending on your area. If it's going to be raining, bring an umbrella. Obviously, if you're going to plan on going to a park, wear a mask as always. Obviously, we're in Minden, so we're fine. It's when we go to Reno and potentially parts of Carson City that we're going to be mindful of, you know, putting masks on and also making sure that we have you know, things.
I actually have this checklist that I found on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, let's put it up on this screen on my camera.
Woo. So, for game-wise, this is for night before GoFest. Game-wise, clean out your Pokemon storage up to 500 spaces. Clean your item storage, open gifts for Pokeballs, and incubate your eggs. Now, the essentials you're going to need if you're going to be going out and, you know, walking around. Make sure you have your charger, your power bank, the phone, your phone of course, you're gonna need that specifically. The Pokeball Go Plus, and you know, extra batteries just in case you need it to change your Go Plus battery. Put your water bottles in the fridge or freezer, depending on if you want to freeze them or not. Personally, I'm gonna fill up one of my water bottles halfway and then freeze it overnight and then fill it up with water so it's cold through the whole day. And now, if you don't want to take breaks and you just want to continuously move for GoFest, make some sandwiches, make lunch, something, or go to the store, grab something easy to carry around that it's not going to be gross when you eat it warm.
Can you message me that picture, by the way, so I could like look through it on Friday night?
Yeah,
that's really sick.
So if depending on what you feel like carrying with you, me and him both are going to carry a backpack.
Oh yeah.
So in your backpack, make sure to put your charger cables, snacks if you're going to take snacks, a hat and sunglasses if you have those, or if you don't like to wear a hat, then don't wear a hat. If it's going to be raining in the type of area you're at, depending on your area, take an umbrella. Definitely take an umbrella, just so the rain doesn't mess up when you're throwing on your screen.
Another option, because I also noticed this when I was in New York, a lot of people in New York during the summertime have umbrellas on when it's really bright outside. So if you don't want to put sunscreen on, or you just don't want to be by the sun, you need shade, you have an umbrella to do so. So if you have like a handheld umbrella, you could definitely use it for that.
Easily, and since we're going to both be carrying backpacks, we can actually put it through the strap, and then we don't even have to hold it.
Yeah, we're most likely doing Isle Out because there's a lot of trees there, so that provides a lot of shade, but we'll probably look for one if we need to.
So if it's really sunny and hot in your area, take some sunscreen. Definitely take some sunscreen. But since right now is also the pandemic and COVID-19's going around, take a face mask, some hand sanitizer, some baby wipes, hand towel, and also have a good attitude when you're out there. Don't like have a horrible attitude when walking around. I know this whole pandemic has gotten people messed up mentally a little bit because you can't really do much.
But if you think about it, not a lot of people can afford to go to Chicago for the Go Fest. Like Chris and I couldn't go. So this is the first time that we're doing it, and we're excited no matter what happens.
This is an exciting day, exciting 2 days.
Exciting weekend, bro.
Me and him have both talked about trying to go to Go Fest, and then what do you know? Well, I guess we can say thanks COVID for making this global.
Yeah, like I wish they could do this even if it wasn't a pandemic, but I mean, you can't ask for too much because...
No, you cannot.
Oh man.
That's pretty much everything on the checklist.
So that's what you do if you're planning on going out, and again, if you're gonna stay at home, just make sure that your phone is plugged in because you're gonna be using it a lot, and just get as much incense as possible, and then make sure that you stay in touch with people if you're not anywhere near a raid, or just make sure you have your buddy around so you can get gifts if you're anywhere near a Pokestop or something, depending on where your area is at.
But after all that information, I think we covered about everything we needed to talk about.
Oh, pretty much it. Like, I don't think there's anything else to talk about except like where is my shiny Gibble? But I guess that's for this weekend's vlog. So, dude, I'm overwhelmed. There's nothing else to talk about. I'm excited. I can't believe we have about, like, by the time you're watching this, it's gonna be tomorrow. And I also got like a new intro for the Go Fest edition of this channel, so be ready.
And I also had Alex help me create an intro for my videos, and I love the way it turned out. I think it was very creative. Thank you, Alex, for helping me on that.
Hashtag Chick-fil-A Productions, son.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I guess, Chris, that ends today's video.
Pretty much.
So literally, Chris did the exact same video that I did. We're both recording at the same time, so there's a link in the description to Chris's channel.
So pretty much, yeah, pretty much what he said. We're both recording at the same time. We're doing the same video. I'll put a link in the description to go check out Alex's videos, and he has actually a bunch of other videos as well, so check those out as well.
All right, guys. And just let us know in the comments below, how are you getting ready for Go Fest? And also, what are you expecting? And what do you guys think about the Ultra Unlocks? There's no question. I'm excited for August. Dude, like, I can't wait to raid for Rayquaza, Unknowns, Shiny Staryu,
Shiny Deoxys.
I can't wait to go back to New York to get those Buffalump for you guys.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, since he's going back to New York, our group is gonna be asking him for a lot of Buffalump.
Oh yeah, and the Reno group, most likely.
You better save up your Stardust.
I am gonna save a lot of Stardust. All right, guys. get out of here. Go check out Mystic 7 or whatever. Peace out. Get out of here.
See you in the next one.
Go away.